Jonah, Teresa, hi there. I'm Tim.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Teresa.
Thanks for
Good.
having me in your home.
Oh, glad to have
Yeah,
you.
sure is beautiful. How long have you guys lived here?
Oh, 24 years.
You owned it for 24 years?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Here to do a water test for you. Since you've lived here or lately, have you noticed any smells, odors, flavors, tastes, colors in your water?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't drink tap water. It's
You don't
chlorine.
drink it?
I haven't touched it for God knows how long.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I find that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about is for drinking water? What are you using?
Right now we're using water out of a well, pretty much. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's a neighboring well, so we get our water over there.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Well, we can take a look at that water quality for you as well while I'm here. Teresa, how about you? What water quality do you drink?
The well water as well.
Okay.
And once in a while we have bottled water.
I got you.
But not tap water. I saw dirt come out of it yesterday.
You did? Out of this
Yes,
tap water?
Out of this here.
Oh boy.
Soot, like, you know.
Oh boy. Well, we'll take a look at that. Do you have any concerns, specific concerns about your water?
Yeah, the fact that we don't like chlorine, and I heard lately, that even taking showers, that's bad too. So,
Mm-hmm. Well,
so-
great. We'll cover all that for you. Now, I'm not sure what they told you on the phone, just so you guys will know what you're in for, okay? I'm going to do a test here at your sink. We're going to test for contaminants and give you instant results. The test was originated from the American Water Association and approved through the EPA. There'll be plenty of time for you guys to ask questions so I can answer all the questions that you have about your water quality. At the end of the test, if you have any concerns, I can certainly show you ways to fix it. There's no obligation. Of course, you're getting that $20 Home Depot gift card today, so that'll be fun. All right. We're going to use this iPad to kind of walk through everything with you guys today. First thing I want to do is just kind of talk about water a little bit. You know, as you know, the water that we use today, you know, could have been a drink for a dinosaur, right?
Yes.
We're not making any new water. Just recirculates through the environment using precipitation. Lately, as our population growth has increased and the amount of hazardous contaminants that are involved in the ecosystem, our water quality is basically deteriorating, keeps getting worse year after year. I've got a short video that kind of illustrates that point for you guys.
Water from lakes, rivers, trees, and plants is evaporated by the sun.
Right, so the moral of that story, guys, is 50 years ago, if you had hard water in your home, you could just get a water softener. That's really all you need. These days, you need something that can clean the contaminants out of the water as well, and Rainsoft has the only patented technology that can do that job properly. Got a couple of articles that I'd like to share with you. This one is called Water on Tap, What You Need to Know. It's on the EPA's website, and of course the EPA provides governance for the water systems across the country, right? Love them or hate them, right? They're in charge. Do either of you interface with the EPA at all in the work that you do?
No.
No? A couple of things that I like to point to. It says that the cost of making water safe continues to rise, and that drinking water systems will need to invest $150 billion over the next 20 years to ensure that our water is safe and clean. It's a lot like the rest of our infrastructure. You know, the roads and the bridges. A lot of the pipes and equipment that bring water out here to your home could be 70 years old, even more. But it's buried, right? Out of sight, out of mind. Now, this is the Safe Drinking Water Act. There's 114 contaminants that the EPA manages and regulates on these 4 pages. There's a legal limit for each of these contaminants, and if a water district exceeds the legal limit in any of them, they'll receive fines. But honestly, it's kind of a kick the can down the road program. The fines are thousands of dollars. The upgrade at the plant, or the new plant, is millions, right? And no one's ever surprised when I tell them that here in Oklahoma, we rank high on the list nationwide in violations of the Safe Drinking Water Act. This group is called the Environmental Working Group. They've established the National Drinking Water Database, where they assembled an unprecedented database of 20 million drinking water quality tests performed by utilities since '04. One of the things that came out of the study was of the 114 contaminants the EPA manages, there's an additional 202 contaminants that are unregulated. The EPA hasn't changed their list of contaminants they regulate since 2001. But since it's the EPA, it's expensive and it's political, right? So guys, I could literally spend hours, you know, talking about concerns like these. But to kind of defend the water districts a little bit, a lot of people don't realize that nationwide, 90% of the water created goes for industry, agriculture, golf courses, and ballparks. Only 10% of the water comes into our homes for washing and cleaning and everything that we do with it. And out of that, only 0.5% is actually consumed, drinking, beverages, cooking, you know, etc. So with percentages like these, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to throw the kind of money at the water district that it would take to get the quality of water that we really want right here in our tap. So it becomes a point of use issue. let's say you guys owned a food company. Let's say you guys made pies, okay? And the water quality that you had wasn't doing a really good job as far as the overall outcome. And you called the water district and said, we need better water for our pies. They tell you the best thing that you can do is hire a point of use company like Rainsoft. Well, that same logic goes for you guys as homeowners. If you guys want better water quality to protect your health and safety, to protect your home and your appliances that use water so that they can work better and last longer, and just generally have a better standard of living, then the best thing that you can do is talk to a point of use company like Rainsoft. Fair enough? Guys, I've got one more video for you. And if it's okay with you, while this video's going, I'm going to go ahead and start setting up my kit. Teresa, is it okay if I kind of scooch stuff around a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. Here we go. So is most of that new information for you guys, or did you already know a lot of that?
Well, we kind of knew about the chlorine, and I
Oh,
heard
sure.
also that ammonia was added to
Yeah.
our water also.
A couple of years ago, chloramine.
Chlorine,
Yeah.
yes.
That's kind of a great experiment. It's about 200 cities across the country. It's less expensive, for the water district than just straight chlorine. So kind of the driving force behind that. Hey guys, I'm setting up a miniature version of our most popular household filter called the EC5 so I can do some comparison tests. And I actually need a couple of things from you if you don't mind. I need a bath towel. I need a washcloth that's been washed and put away. A couple of clear drinking glasses and a cereal bowl. And if you want to point, I can just grab stuff. So
Cereal bowl is what they do.
wonderful. Okay. Drinking glasses.
Bigger one than that?
I think that'll be fine. Yep. Where are the clear drinking glasses?
Over there?
Right here? Okay. Thank you. Try to find two that match. I think these two will work pretty well. So Jonah, what do you guys have planned for the rest of the weekend?
Just go to church and relax.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's perfect. Let me just set these right here for now. Great. Now I've got a couple of tests that take a little time, so I'm going to get those started right away. The first one, it's called precipitation, and for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a few ounces of the water that's been conditioned through. Does that outlet work?
Yes.
Let me try this one here. There we go. So I'm going to get a few ounces of the conditioned water and a few ounces of the tap water. Then I've got a couple of chemicals that I put in here. It's called precipitation. Basically what it does is it takes all the dissolved solids that are in the water and makes them precipitate or just settle out to the bottom. So I'll get a few ounces from the EC5, the water that's been conditioned and cleaned through the media and crystals. Then I'll get some of the water straight out of your tap. There we go. First one, let's use a couple of squirts of this one in each one. So this is the one that makes all the dissolved solids that are suspended at the molecular level, the contaminants that are in the water, go down to the bottom. Oops, get enough there. Let me get some more. There we go. And then this other one actually adds a little amber color to it. It makes it so that we can see it with the naked eye. Get a little visual, you know, of what you're dealing with. The other thing that I want to do is I want to take this washcloth that you've lent me. I'm going to take it and put it in this bowl and just use some of this clean Rainsoft water and let it soak for a little while we're talking. And then the first test that I'm going to do for you guys is called TDS. That stands for Total Dissolved Solids. It's measured in parts per million. 0 to 50 is the target range for TDS. That represents minerals that your body can absorb. Once you get over 50, it's more than your body needs, and in many cases, you know, could potentially include harmful contamination, potentially harmful contamination. So over 100 is considered poor quality. When you get over 200, that's pretty bad. If you reach 300, it can literally be sickening when you drink it. And the EPA's legal standard for TDS is actually set at 500. Give these a little swirl and let them sit here while we're talking. Okay. Yep. So your number is 196. Now, Jonah and Teresa, just to be clear, not everything that's in that number is, you know, potentially harmful contaminants. A lot of what is in that number is just the stuff that makes your water hard. Okay? But on the other hand, when you swim around in common contaminants in city water systems, if you guys were to see words like these on a soup can at your market, you know, would you pick it up and put it in your basket? You know, probably not, right? But for some reason, we think of our water differently. Trihalomethane is one that shows up in our area at high levels on a normal basis. It's a disinfection byproduct. I'm actually going to touch on that just in here just a little bit. Also, cryptosporidium. When the video said that 2 million people a year get ill from drinking tap water, this is one of the primary culprits. It's actually a little cyst, which means it's in a little bag. And if the chlorine doesn't get it, healthy adults like you guys, it would just make you ill for a couple of days. But people that have weak systems, people that are infants, elderly, immune deficient, this can actually cause chronic illness. Now, I'd like to test any other water source that you guys have. Do you have that well water that you guys are drinking? Can I get a glass of that? We can see how that stacks up. Perfect. Now, this is from a neighbor's well, is that what you said?
Yes.
You know, I've heard of that well in this area. I've had other people talk to me about it. This sure is a nice lady to let everybody
Yes.
use her well water. Find out what the TDS level is on that. That's actually pretty good. You're sitting right at 60, 61. So it's a little outside the bracket we were talking about, the 0 to 50, which is our target. Now, as a comparison, here you go, Joan, I'll let you have this back. I'm not sure where the lid went. There you go. I brought some water from my drinking water system at home. This is Rainsoft drinking water. There we go. So that's 12, right? And that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to hydrate your body. It's more efficient at hydrating your body than the water that has the contaminants in it. Plus, like the video said, if you don't have a good filter, right, you're the filter. Your body has to do something with that stuff. It has to store it. It has to eliminate it. So Teresa, do me a favor, and let's see, you guys don't buy any bottled water, or do you still buy some?
We don't have any right now.
Okay, so if you had a monthly budget for it, would it be $5 or $10, or would you say it would be closer to 0?
Probably about 20, I think.
What's that?
Bottled water if you were to buy it.
Do you guys spend any? How much do you guys actually spend on bottled water per month? Do you
We don't right now.
do you buy a case a month, or so it's 0, and that's fine because bottled water actually has some real negatives about it, especially for the environment. Teresa, go ahead and push number 1 for me. Here's why you should hydrate your body.
Push.
Yep, you're 60% water. You probably already knew that. Jonah, go ahead and push number 2 for me right there. It's different in different places. Your lungs are 90% water. Your blood is actually 83% water. Bone marrow, only 22. This will explain a lot about me right here. Got 90% or 70% water on the brains, right? Doctors say by the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated, and it's just as important to your overall health as a good, healthy diet. Your body, when it's well hydrated, is more resistant to injury and illness. So I'll put you to the test. About how many 8-ounce glasses of water do you guys think you drink per day?
We probably drink 4 or 5.
Okay, that's pretty good. Do you have any kind of a health target or anything that you're shooting for, or maybe a doctor's recommendation?
I know we should have about 8.
That's the most common answer that I get. 8-ounce glasses, half a gallon.
Pure water, not coffee doesn't count.
No, because it's a diuretic.
Yes.
Coffee's a diuretic, so you can't count your coffee, unfortunately. I wish I could, right?
I kind of thought that that was part of the water.
Right. So many health things that come out of this. You have increased endurance and energy, aids in digestion. It regulates your body temperature, regulates weight, facilitates muscular nerve activity, and carries nutrients, oxygen, and disease-fighting antibodies throughout. I'll let you guys have a sample of this. Teresa, here's some of the Rainsoft water. Go ahead and have a sip. It's clear and refreshing. That can actually start cleansing your pores in your body and making you feel better right away. Jonah, do you want to try some of that? Also, Teresa, right now, if you run your tongue across your teeth, you'll feel how pearly and smooth they feel. Now, in contrast to that, I want you to try some of this Broken Arrow tap water. You can sniff it, swish it around in your teeth a little bit. Sometimes you'll notice the chlorine odor, maybe a little bit of an acidic or metallic aftertaste. Now take that tongue and run it back over those teeth. You can feel the grittiness. Yeah, quite a difference, huh? You know, what's interesting too is I meet so many people that will drink only bottled water, and when they go to cook their foods, they just use the water right out of the tap. If your water smells better, and if your water tastes better, and if it makes your food smell better and taste better, what's that worth to you? Another common misconception is that if you're boiling your water, then you're boiling off all the contaminants. The truth is, when they make distilled water, they capture the steam that's coming off the boiling water, and what's left behind at the end is the garbage that they throw away. Boiling water will kill microorganisms and bacteria, but you've already got the chlorine in the water, hopefully, you know, to do that job for you. You guys are coffee or tea drinkers, I take it? Right? Interesting fact, the better water is more efficient as an emollient. It blends better than the contaminated water, so you can use up to 25% less coffee, tea, sugar, Kool-Aid, anything that you're going to blend with your water and get better results. Or you can do what I do and just use the same amount of coffee and get stronger coffee, right? Guys, I'm going to do a chlorine test for you guys. Chlorine has been around to disinfect municipal water supplies for almost 100 years. Started in New Jersey, of all places. Chlorine's good. It kills contaminants. It stops the spread of waterborne contagions, things like cholera. At the same time, chlorine is a poisonous gas, right? Comes along with its own set of issues. Now, if you had to ask an expert, if you had one filter and you had to choose between filtering the water that you're drinking and filtering the water that you're showering or bathing in, which one do you think they'd choose?
The one you're showering with.
That's correct.
I would prior to this, I would say that what I drink.
Because
You would?
our skin is the largest organ in our body.
That's exactly right. You know, that's the most common answer, but Teresa, that is actually correct. Your skin's your largest organ and absorbs a lot of contaminants. And another issue in the shower that people don't realize is when they put the chlorine in the water at the water district, they don't have time for those little tabs to dissolve. So they take a highly compressed dense gas and they pump the gas into the water. So when you turn on your hot water and then flip on that shower head or that sprayer, those gases actually escape and you're standing there breathing them. Now I've got a couple of articles to share with you on the chlorine. Here it is. This one's on the EPA's website. It's called Disinfection Byproducts, a reference resource. And it talks about disinfectants like chlorine, and Teresa, you mentioned ammonia, when they react with natural organic matter, and that could be waste from a chicken plant in the area, it could be algae in decay, dead animals, dead birds, just anything organic that's in the water. When it combines with the disinfection byproduct, when it combines with the disinfectants, it creates a list of about 8 of these. The top 2 are trihalomethanes and haloacetic acid. Interestingly enough, when you go back over to the National Drinking Water Database of contaminants exceeding health-based limits in Oklahoma's drinking water, those are our top 2 contaminants that exceed health-based limits, haloacetic acid and trihalomethane. affecting about 2/3 of Oklahoma's residents above the health limit. And if you look at potential exposure effects over the health limit on the EPA's Safe Drinking Water Act, both are listed as potential carcinogens. It's exciting, right? And then finally, oops, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Set those right over here. And then finally, the Science News article, Toxic Showers and Baths. It talks about the effects I was describing earlier in more detail. There's a little diagram about how it works. Then it states that you get more toxic exposure from taking a shower than you do from drinking the same water. So guys, we're not here to say that the city water system should stop, disinfecting city water with chlorine. At the same time, after it's made it through the 70-year-old pipes and equipment here to your house, you don't need it anymore, and we can get rid of it for you. Wouldn't that be nice? Right? There's a couple ways to do this. I can put it up against my book and turn on my little phone light here so we can take a look at the results of the chlorine test. But actually, instead of doing that, natural light works best. So I'm going to hold it up over here. You see this first row is the chlorine row. And notice as the colors get brighter, the numbers go higher. Right over here, this is your water. So you want to match your water with the color in that first row. And I would say that's at least a 2, kind of leaning towards a 3. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Now I notice you've got a pool out here, Bob. Isn't that about the level that you keep the chlorine in your pool at? Right? A lot of people are surprised to find out you have as much or more chlorine in your water in your tap than you have in your pool outside.
Then in the pool.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, it's in there for the same reason. You don't want your water to turn green, right? The article that I was showing you guys also mentions that the chlorine can be harsh on your scalp and on your hair. And what I find here in Oklahoma, when people come in contact with water, whether you're washing your hands, washing your face, washing your hair, taking a shower, taking a bath, the chlorine's harsh. But in addition, another thing that happens while you're in contact with water is the dissolved solids at the molecular level literally clog your pores in your skin. Then the soap sticks to dirt. You try to rinse that off in the contaminated water, and the chlorine's harsh. One of the first things that you want to do is grab some lotion, some cream, some conditioner, put it on your skin, put it on your hair, try to make yourself feel better, right? Well, at Rainsoft, we don't believe that you should have to coat your skin just because you came in contact with water. Now, Teresa, I have a little demonstration for that. If you don't mind stepping up here, I'm going to have you wash your hands. Now, this is a little cheap piece of pure soap. It's like ivory. It's 99.4% pure. Let me kind of walk you through this. I'm going to scoot you over just a little bit. Let's do it on this side, okay? Now, don't wash your hands yet. I just want you to rub your palms together until you get a good solid lather. Here you go. Use some of this water. That's it. Keep going, because the more you get, Teresa, the better that it works. Say your ABCs or sing happy birthday. Or one guy said he does apples and paninis at their house, so I don't know. It's okay. That's probably good. You can set it right there. All right. Now go ahead and do front and back for me. So just go ahead and wash them up real good. And then when you're ready, I want you to take your right hand and put it in this stream. It's going to feel different than normal. It'll feel kind of smooth, silky and soft. Do you feel that?
It does, yes.
Some people say it feels like the soap's not coming off.
Yes, it does.
Do you see any soap?
It feels that way.
Yeah.
I don't see any soap, but
Right.
it feels that way.
Let's do the same thing with your left hand over here in the Broken Arrow tap water. And right about now, you're going to feel it, Teresa. It'll grip you. It starts clogging your pores. Usually that kind of
Feels different,
normal.
definitely.
You do? Yeah. That kind of normal, we call it squeaky clean. Now keep your hands apart. Go ahead and shake them off a little bit. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Which hand feels like it's got hand lotion on it? Right? Which hand feels like it needs some?
This one.
Isn't that crazy? Now this will surprise you. I'd ask you just to sniff and just taste. Put your tongue on the back of your right hand, maybe a hint of the soap. You notice that? Now do the left hand the same way. Go ahead and taste it with your tongue. Lots of soap,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that crazy? Just the opposite of what you were thinking. So it's really not soap on your right hand that's making it feel good. What happened is, like I mentioned, when your pores are clogged, soap sticks to dirt. And then you try to rinse it off in the contaminated water. That doesn't do a very good job. That's why you've got that soap film still in your left hand. Now, on your right hand, since your pores aren't clogged, your skin's a perfect organ. It actually secretes natural skin oil. That's why your right hand feels soft and supple right now. And by the way, it'll stay like that literally for hours, or until you stick it back in the Broken Arrow water and clog your pores up again.
Take a shower. or something.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? Bob, do you want to do this? It's optional for you.
No, that's fine.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, you trust her?
I would trust her.
All right. This slide talks about how Rainsoft users Say their skin feels smoother and softer after showering or bathing, and it improves many skin conditions, including dryness. You get shinier, silkier hair after shampooing with Rainsoft water. Another really nice thing about it too, there's a lot of harsh chemicals in shampoo products like sulfates that people don't like. Those are in there to deal with the contaminants in the water. So when you have Rainsoft water in your home, not only can you use more natural products, but you get better results. Also, smoother, closer shaves. And an interesting thing, you know, these razor blades have gotten so expensive lately. When you rinse them off in the hard water and set them down, the hard water spots and knock them out. So with Rainsoft water, these razor blades will last 2, even 3 times longer. And in some homes, that's a pretty big savings. Guys, I'm going to do a hardness test for you. Here is the scale from the American Water Association. Hardness is measured in grains per gallon. How many grains hard is your water? That's kind of the common, vernacular. Some people are a little bit confused about what it means to have hard water. And real simple, guys, if you've got a significant amount of dissolved rock in your water, then your water is considered to be hard. And it happens when the water passes through the riverbeds, the lake bottoms, even in the aquifers, it'll dissolve that top layer and then bond with it and bring it along for the ride. So let's start out with some of your tap water. I'm just going to rinse out these containers. Get a measured amount of your Broken Arrow tap. Then I will do the same thing with the Rainsoft water. Rinse out the containers. Get a measured amount of water. Now the chemicals that I put in here, the first one balances the pH so that the test will work, basically. So we'll do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it with both of them. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Now this next one is a color indicator. Comes out bright pink. And if it stays bright pink, that indicates that there's hardness in the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it turns bright blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That indicates that the water's soft and that there isn't any hardness in it. So this thing's working perfectly, right? I've removed all the hardness from your Broken Arrow water with my little filter. Now the question is, how much hardness do we have? So I'm going to use this third chemical, which is a balancing agent. However many drops of this that I put in here to make this water turn blue like that, then that's how many grains of hardness that you guys have, okay? So I'll kind of walk you through it. Let's see, that's 1. 0 to 1 is considered to be soft water. You guys don't have soft water, but you kind of knew that already, right? That's 2 drops. 3 drops. We're trying to make this water turn blue. There's 4 drops. Now that's where you fall into the moderately hard category, okay? Teresa, that's where it's going to start showing up around your house. You'll see the hard water spots on your sinks, on your faucets, on your ice maker, on your coffee pot. It causes toilet bowl rings. It causes soap scum on your shower. I mean, literally everywhere your water goes, it leaves a mess. And I mean, it's hard to clean.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So we'll keep going here. That's 5. There's 6 drops or 6 grains of hardness. Now at 7, your water is officially hard. So congratulations, guys. You made it, right? After that, though, it's not really funny because it can start to deteriorate the life expectancy of your water using appliances. So at 9, right? Your hot water heater, your washing machine, your dishwasher, even your faucets and toilets won't last as long. They won't work as well. Was that 10 or 11? Jonah, were you keeping up with me?
I lost track.
Okay, I think we're at 10.
I think it was.
And there's just the 2 of you here, living in the home and using water, except for Wednesdays and Thursdays when you have the grandbabies, right? Well, just doing the quick math in my head, at 10 grains of hardness with 2 of you living here, probably about every 3, maybe 4 days, you guys are moving an entire pound of dissolved rock through your pipes, through your faucets, through your water using appliances. And if you're drinking it, right, through you as well. Did you guys realize your water was that bad?
Well, we kind of thought it was, but we weren't sure.
Yeah, it's nice to get it tested and know, isn't it? This is a study from the American Water Works Association of the percentage of reduction in life expectancy of your water using appliances. You can see it ranges from 30 to 70%, everything from your water heater, your dishwasher and washing machine. You guys have a pretty nice home here. You probably have, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 worth of water using appliances, pipes and faucets. So it's a pretty significant investment that you can protect. Also, this study at New Mexico State University points out that it takes more energy to heat rock and water than it does just water. Makes sense. Up to 30%. If you have a gas tank water heater, is that what you guys have here? It's common in the area. So if you're spending, Jonah, $30 or $40 per month heating your water, it's going to save you 10 or 12 bucks. Wouldn't that be nice? So what's it all add up to? What are your hidden costs with the water quality that you have here in your home? Is it $5 a day? Is it $10 a day? You don't know, right? As a homeowner, we like to use $1 a day just as a number we can all agree on and go on. Now this one's fun, guys. If we went out in your driveway right now and took a hose to your car or to your truck, and if we didn't take a towel and dry it off when we were done, with the hard water spots, it'd probably end up looking worse than before we started, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the same battle that you're fighting in your home every day. Usually with harsh chemicals, things like Cascade, Jet Dry, Tide, Gain, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rinse both of these glasses off in your Broken Arrow tap water. Then I'm going to take a little bit of clean water and just a little bit of this cheap soap. I always talk about this butter dish that I have at home. It's not nice. It's like a $3 butter dish, but it's clear glass. And every time I pull it out of my dishwasher, I just think, man, I ought to take a high definition picture of this thing, you know, because it just shines. There's no spots, there's no streaks, there's no calcium haze. And probably the most wonderful thing about it is no harsh chemicals. Instead of Cascade, Jet Dry, you know, that type of stuff. I'm just using a tablespoon of natural biodegradable soap product. So let me take and hold these up to you so you can see the results. So take a look at that, guys. Not only is there no streaks
It's a big difference.
and no spots, even below where my fingers went when I was washing it, did you notice that? But can you see the calcium haze on this one? Can you see how it's kind of even a different color?
Yeah.
So Jonah and Teresa, if I can make that much difference with just a little bit of clean water and a little bit of cheap soap, imagine the impact it would have everywhere in your home. This slide talks about a study from Ohio State University. The average American family spends up to 10 hours per month scrubbing and cleaning all those messy points that we talked about before that the water leaves behind. What's your time worth, you know? Wouldn't you love to be chasing those grandkids instead of,
Spends a lot of time.
right? Another place that it makes a big impact in your home is the laundry room. The hardness in your water, it acts like a sandblaster on your fabrics and on your clothes. That evidence is every time you pull that big rabbit, that's all the fibers in your clothes waving goodbye. In a Rainsoft home, you know, every 3 to 4 loads, and even if it's towels, you still have to literally lick your finger because there's such a significant reduction. So instead of a big rabbit every load, it's a small amount every 3 to 4
Drying
loads.
down your clothes more.
That's what that
Also,
is.
yes.
Yeah. This study at Purdue University says that your clothes last longer. The other effect in the laundry room is the chlorine. It's hard on your colors. So you get a brand new shirt, it's dark black, dark blue cotton, you wash it 3 or 4 times, you know, it doesn't take long, you know, it doesn't look brand new anymore. Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, all the major manufacturers recommend soft water as a means to make their products last longer and work better. Also, Rainsoft users say their clothes are whiter and brighter. And we took these towels, we washed them 10 times in contaminated city water and 10 times in Rainsoft water, put them under a microscope, and you can see a pretty significant difference in the discoloration and the breakdown of the fibers. Is that interesting? What kind of washing solution do you guys use normally? Is it Tide or Gain? All free and clear method?
I use
Oh, yeah, the Melaleuca. Yeah. Yeah, I tried that years ago. It's good stuff. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this washcloth that you lent me. I'm going to set it down here so I don't make a mess and just do a little Maytag action on it. Okay, we'll just rinse it out. Just like the water couldn't get all the soap off your hand, Teresa, it really can't get all the soap out of your linens as well. It's kind of like, you know, if you're mopping with a mop bucket that's already muddy water, you know, you can mop all day, right? You're not going to get anywhere. So let me just take one of these beakers. I'll put the results from soaking your cloth in our Rainsoft water and give it a good shake. So guys, that's what's trapped in that little cloth that you loaned me. Not only they're not getting all the soap out, it's not getting all the dirt out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine how much would be in a big towel. Does anybody in the I didn't ask you guys this. Does anybody have like skin irritation or problem with dry skin or No. What kind of lotion products do you use? Over the counter? Just, oh, the Melaleuca. Wonderful. Okay. Very good. Next thing I want to show you is, you know how when you're washing your dishes here at the sink by hand, you get about halfway through, all the suds are gone. You know, where'd they go, right? So your option is you got to throw more soap in there. Well, the interesting thing is where the soap went was it literally, and I'm going to show you this, bonds with the contaminants that are in your Broken Arrow City water at the molecular level. And that's why you have to keep adding soap. Well, another option instead of adding more soap is we'll just get the stuff out of the water. And then it won't have anything to bond with. So I'm going to take some of this clean Rainsoft water and some of the water right out of your city tap. And then I've got a green tincture soap. This is the stuff that they use at the doctor's office. You may recognize it to disinfect. We use it because it's pure. Have you smelled that before? Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 drops in each of these. I'll put 1, 2, 3 drops there, and 1, 2, 3 drops there. And I'll let you guys have a shake off. Okay, now don't let the top come off, but give it a good shake. Here you go. All right, guys. Joan, I got bad news for you. It's rigged. Teresa, you did a fantastic job there, right? So you can see how the Rainsoft water instantly suds up, but with the Broken Arrow City water, you know, we're going to have to add some more soap.
And it's so cloudy.
Right? Already, yeah. So your water's got a lot of hardness in it. I'm going to go ahead and add 9 more drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Jonah, from experience, I don't think 9's enough, so I'm going to save you the brain damage. I'll go ahead and give this a shot here. So with 4 times more soap, we're still not getting anywhere. And Teresa, like you noticed, the water quality continues to deteriorate. Let's do 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So give that a shake. So what are we up to? 21? 7 times the amount of soap product. Starting to get somewhere, right? Let's do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're up to 9 times the soap product, 27 drops versus 3. Just imagine if your Melaleuca lasted 9 times longer, how much money would that save you?
Lots.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Okay. So there we go. We're finally getting somewhere. That's something.
Finally created some suds, huh?
Difference.
Which one of those do you want to bathe those grandbabies in, Teresa?
Obviously this one.
Right? Yeah, isn't that amazing? Not only is the results a lot better, but you can say these are already starting to dissipate and go away. It's kind of like you're used to. And finally, guys, I want to show you the precipitation test results. Now, this is the Rainsoft water. You can look through it. You can see it's pretty clear. Maybe a fingerprint, maybe a smudge. Not a lot there. Take a look at the results from the Broken Arrow precipitation test, and you can see what 197 parts per million looks like when it's all precipitated down to the bottom. So that's what you're living in. This is what's causing the damage. You know, the discoloration in your clothes, the water spots, all the other problems that we discussed. What do you think?
There's a lot of stuff down
That is the end of the water test. Congratulations, guys. You made it, all right? If it's okay with you,
Interesting.
yeah, it is. Water tests are fun, yeah. If it's okay with you, I'd love to stay a few more minutes, get your results, your opinion of the results from the short survey, and talk a little bit more about this. Is that okay?
Sure.
Great. Well, let's go ahead and head over to the table. Guys, real quickly, I would just like to run through the survey and get a quick snapshot of what you guys thought about what we just went through. First thing on here is, did you enjoy the water test? Jonah?
Yes, definitely.
Teresa?
Yes.
Wonderful. Did you, can you see how clean water will save you money?
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly can.
Jonah? You see how clean water can save you money?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, great. Do you see how clean water can save you time?
You're the one that does the cleaning.
Yeah, oh yes.
Saves you time,
You won't have
Teresa? Okay,
residue
right.
and, you know, from all the chemicals in the water.
Teresa, can you still feel the effects on your skin from the hand washing test that we did?
Yes.
Can you?
Kind of, yes.
So from 0 to 10, how important is that to you to have cleaner, healthier skin?
Very important.
Would you
But
call it a 10? 9?
A 10.
Okay. And Jonah, knowing that it's a 9 in her book, how important is it to you?
Probably maybe not as much, but
Okay, I'll put you down for a 7.
yeah.
The face cloth, all the soap and stuff that
Oh,
was
yeah.
trapped in your laundry, how important would it be for you to have cleaner laundry with less harsh detergent?
Very important. Yes.
9?
10, 9 and
10?
10.
Okay. How about you, Jonah?
Don't think about that too much.
So maybe just leave it at 5?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'll bump it to 6. How's that? Just got to get a
Yeah.
little positive
Yeah.
momentum going here, right?
Okay.
Okay, good. The clean dishes without any streaks or spots or calcium haze,
Very important to me.
right up at the top again. Okay. How about you, Jonah?
Yeah, kind of.
Like that one? Okay. We'll put you a 7 on that one. Is that all right? Okay, buddy. Taste of the water from 0 to 10. How did you like the way the water tastes?
Clean. It tasted clean and refreshing.
Wonderful.
So that's very important.
That's a big one.
Yes.
Teresa, you're scoring really high on this test. Jonah, how'd you like the taste of the water?
I'm the same as her. I think it's very important.
10 for you?
Taste, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then this next one about saving money. I mean, everybody likes to save money, so I'll just put you guys down for a 9 on that one. The last category is health, as far as knowing that you're doing everything you can to get the contaminants away from you and your body and your family. How important is that to you from 0 to 10?
9 to 10, yeah.
Great. All right. Well, you scored really high. Teresa, on that one? Same?
10.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys scored.
Health is the most. If you don't have your health, you don't have much. You know.
Amen. Right.
Yeah.
So I can see by the answers that you've given me that a lot of the stuff that we've talked about today is pretty important to you. I have a little survey, if you don't mind. I don't know if you guys shop together or if one of the other of you does the shopping, but I'm going to try to get an idea of your monthly soap budget. So if I could let you guys, I'm going to go start cleaning up my kit. If I could get you guys just to let me know about how much money you're spending in each one of these categories. Melaleuca, if you spend $10 a month for your laundry soap, then put a 10 there. There's no right answer. If you're not sure, guess low, that's fine. And let me know when you're done. I'll go start cleaning up my kit. Great. All right, let's see what we ended up with here. So 14, 18, 21, 31, 35, 39, 44, 55. Which, for empty nesters like you guys, I mean, I see that all the time. That's just right in the middle of where, I see on a regular basis. So thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. Guys, anytime that you consider a product for your home, you want to weigh the value for you and your family versus how much it's going to actually cost you guys, right? And inside a cost, you have the tangible costs of something, then you have the intangibles, the things that you just really can't measure, right? So we're going to start with your soap budget, and you told me it was $55. And right now you currently don't have any bottled water budget because you're using the neighbor's well, so we'll put that at 0. And then the other monthly, do you remember, Jonah, when I was talking about that $1 a day for wear and tear on your appliances and extra energy and carbon filters and razor blades and just all that other stuff that we talked about? So I'm going to put that down here for 30. So when you add those together, it ends up at $85 per month in tangible costs. And I've written down forever on here. The reason I did that, Teresa, do you think 10 years from now that your soap products are going to be more expensive or less expensive?
Probably more.
Right? Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then Jonah, 10 years from now, based on the last couple of decades, do you think the water quality is going to get better or do you think it's going to just continue to get worse?
That's going to continue to get worse.
Yeah. So I'm going to take that $85 that you gave me and I'm going to multiply it by 60 months, which is 5 years. And that comes up with $5,100. Adds up quick. And then you double that 10 years out, that's $10,200. We're going to double that again and just look at that 20-year number, $20,400. We just can't let that much money go down your drain, right? And then, of course, the intangible costs that we talked about. The labor, you were saying, Teresa, spends a lot of her time scrubbing and cleaning, so it's hard to measure, what that's worth. And then just having a cleaner house, walking around and not having to look at hard water spots and toilet bowl rings, It's like every day's maid day, right? And then health skin, or the health, as far as knowing you're doing what you can to protect your family. And then better skin, better hair. Again, it's hard to put a number on that, but having healthier skin and hair is a big deal. So that's just kind of your overall intangible, your total monthly of the things that you can't measure. Now, when you guys moved in here 24 years ago, imagine if I would have showed up and instead of having, I would have been a much younger man, right? But, instead of having the Rainsoft shirt on, I would have had the Tulsa or the Broken Arrow Water District shirt. And I would have come in and said, Teresa and Jonah, let me ask you a question. I'm here to hook up your water, but before I do, would you like for me to hook up this stuff? You can't really drink it. It's going to beat up your house. Could potentially have some, health concerns going on with it. The money that this is going to cost you each month to live in this water is going to continue forever. In fact, it's just going to keep going up. So I can hook up this one. Or If you prefer, I can hook up this stuff. Now this water is going to protect your family, it's going to protect your home, it's going to give you a better standard of living. You're going to get it paid off in a couple of years, and you're going to be able to enjoy its benefits for the rest of your life. Which one would you like for me to hook up?
Second one.
One here. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Guys, I'd like to take a minute, if you don't mind, and just do a quick 10,000 foot overview on Rainsoft as far as who we are. We're actually founded in 1953, so we've been around a while. Our founder's name was John Grayson. The man was an aerospace engineer by trade, but he was passionate about water, decided to spend his life creating better water treatment equipment. And he did really wonderfully. This is our first office in 1953 with 2 employees in Illinois. Fast forward to today, this is our 90,000 square foot manufacturing facility. We're the largest American-owned water treatment equipment company worldwide. Guys, we have 500 offices from coast to coast, serving over 2.5 million customers. We've got 35 countries around the globe that we operate in. One of the greatest things about Rainsoft, we have over 20 active U.S. patents. They go into over 900 products now for both water and air purification. Now this is a map of all the Rainsoft warranty cards in your area. You can touch that. That one is, what does that say, Sean, right? So you can find out who your neighbors are with this thing. It's kind of neat. I like to say this is all the smart people in the area, right? But all kidding aside, these are people that have decided to take control of their water quality instead of leaving that up to the city and or county. So millions of customers around the world, thousands here in your area. We're really proud of our 98% customer satisfaction rating. 98 out of 100 of our clients will recommend us to their friends and family. And one of the things that goes behind that is a manufacturing certification. You may have heard of it. It's called ISO 9001. It's tough to get. It takes an average manufacturing facility around 3 years just to become compliant. No other water treatment equipment companies ever even tried it. But we're owned by an engineer, right? So we have to do things a little different. But it really pays off. Our calls for service nationwide last year in the first year of installation was at 3%. The industry average, it's actually over 20%, so there's no comparison. Here's a list of other organizations, manufacturing organizations that use ISO as part of their manufacturing methodology. Of course, they're all known for manufacturing excellence. We have millions of residential clients. We also have thousands of commercial accounts. Guys, we're in nearly 100 industries. Really proud of our relationship with NASA. We like to say that our water was on the moon, right? And all the hotel chains, Marriott, Hilton, Best Western, they've got a huge investment to protect. Not only their pipes, their faucets, but their toilets, their boilers, their washing machines, even their linens and towels. Everything that comes in contact with lousy water is going to have a shorter useful life cycle. We do like to give back. Here's a list of some of the organizations that we've been involved with for years. Manna Worldwide is kind of our little baby. That's part of our John Grayson Foundation. And as you guys probably have already guessed, we are the exclusive distributor of water treatment equipment for the Home Depot. We've had that relationship with them now nationwide for over a decade. So that's great. Any questions about Rainsoft? Any questions about any of this? Great. So now let's talk about the equipment. Now the way that we fix the problem in your home is we interrupt the water supply in between your curb and your house. We find the main and we build what's called a conditioner loop. Typically this equipment is going to sit out in your garage next to your hot water heater. We'll run all the water through our system before it comes into your home. So every shower head, every appliance, every faucet, everywhere the water goes in your home will be Rainsoft water. The first system that the water passes through is the QRS, okay? The first media that it comes in, this is our carbon filtration system. The first media that it comes in contact with is our patented HySlex carbon. Excuse me. HySlex is 80% more dense than the next nearest carbon in the marketplace, and therefore it's much more effective at eliminating 150 to 200 organic compounds, all the volatile organic compounds, things like herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, the growing problem with pharmaceuticals that are in the water, heavy metals, chlorine. Teresa, you mentioned ammonia, all the disinfection byproducts we discussed, like trihalomethane, haloacetic acid. Plus, a second media in here is called Super HySlex, also patented. There's silver impregnated HySlex that removes the microorganisms and the bacteria from the water. It also aids the HySlex in removing all the volatile organic compounds. So guys, this is what I call your firewall between your family and whatever the heck, right, is going on out there. So after the water's gone through the QRS, it passes through our EC5. Now in the EC5, this is where we remove all the dissolved rock, the stuff that causes all the problems with your skin and your hair and your equipment and your messes around the house. The X2000 will remove the hardness in your water for the rest of your life. It's actually got a lifetime warranty on it that stays with you, the homeowner, in case you ever decide to move. There's a 5-micron sediment filter in here. It eliminates sediment down to 1/10,000th of an inch. And the final stage is a clarifier that removes the tannins from the water. It polishes the water and gives it that sparkling clarity that you're looking for everywhere in your home. Now, guys, this is completely automatic. You really don't have to do much to it except add salt into the salt tank. With just the two of you living here, Jonah, you might have to put a 40-pound bag in it every month, month and a half, maybe even 2 months. It's cheap. You can get a bag of salt for a conditioner at Home Depot or Walmart for $6. Okay. Now, this is a computer head, the computerized control head. There's 34 functions that we have with this head that our competitors with meter-based systems can't accomplish. Many of them are patented, like proportionate brining. This thing knows exactly how much water and salt is needed to regenerate the resin, and it's 40 times more efficient than the second best product on the marketplace, which is also one of ours. We got second locked up too. It keeps track of your usage over a month and a quarter and a year. So if you have a big wash day, let's just pick Thursday at random, it'll come through on Wednesday night and anticipate your usage and regenerate, even if only partially, so that it's ready for you. And finally, it's got a vacation timer if you guys like to travel. If you're going to be gone for a couple of weeks, it'll actually regenerate the night before you come home. It'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, regenerate itself, and so that it's ready when you walk through the door. Pretty intelligent equipment.
Yes.
And if you guys decide to extend that vacation, there's an app for that. So you can go onto your phone, you can open up our app called Rainsoft Remind, you can change your vacation timer. Also keeps track of your salt levels, tells you your regeneration rates, and a lot of other information. So that's handy. Any questions about this? No? Wonderful. Okay, so that's for the whole house. And again, that's going to cover all the water, everywhere the water goes in your home. Now this is our drinking water system. This is the Ultra Finer 2. And this goes up under your sink. Has its own little faucet for your drinking water. So any water that you're going to consume, rinse your vegetables, cook pasta and peas, make coffee, make tea, or just drinking water, any water that you're going to consume is going to be this drinking water from your sink. The Ultra Finer 2 is a reverse osmosis system. The first stage is a combination of sediment and carbon, and then it flows into the laboratory grade membrane where it's purified at 99% at the molecular level. Retail grade membranes purify at 92%. The water is stored in this 3-gallon pressurized tank, and then when you turn on the faucet, it comes out through this activated post-carbon filter, as well as, very importantly these days, a big conversation about drinking water is that it's been properly alkalized. This not only balances the pH in your water to a super healthy 7.3 or 7.4, but it also re-adds the minerals into the water that your body wants and needs, the calcium and the magnesium. So this is like water from 100 years ago before the environment got wonky, right? It's pure before all the contamination. Plus it has the minerals in it that your body wants and needs and have been in water since the beginning of time. Any questions about that?
You
No?
say it has the minerals. Where does it get the minerals from?
It's contained in this canister.
So it's
Irreplaceable.
It's replaceable.
Yes, sir. Any other questions? No? Also want to real quickly point out the, we good?
Okay.
Okay. I'll also real quickly just want to point out this Clean Start. Our Clean Start technology actually was developed in our relationship with our hotel partners, Hilton and Marriott. And you know, they spend a fortune in Clorox, hot water, boilers, all white towels, all white linens, because they have to disinfect between every client, right? Well, this is a real game changer. What this product does is it takes an oxygen generator and a Venturi tube and actually injects the oxygen into the water at the molecular level, creating activated oxygen or unbonded H2O2. Bonded H2O2 is hydrogen peroxide. So it has not as strong, but it has a lot of similar characteristics. This will actually disinfect your clothes 20 times better than Clorox bleach. And it eliminates, you won't believe this, it eliminates hot water, soap, fabric softener, and bleach from the wash process. I'll show you guys a quick video on the Clean Start.
I did it to be smarter.
Yeah, fantastic product. And just to be clear, fixing your water, like I mentioned before, makes a huge difference with the hardness in the water and the fibers and the colors and the chlorine, all the stuff that we discussed. This is like that next level, right? If you really want to knock the cover off the ball, right? So it's like good, better, best. Or if you will, bad, better, best, okay? Any questions about the Clean Start?
So basically you can eliminate using detergents, pretty much.
Correct.
Can you still use some detergents?
You can. Yeah, and you can put,
Just use a lot less maybe?
yeah, you can use less, you can use none. Some people like to put a little, they like lavender or some kind of scent that they're used to, you know, that's fine. Yeah, there's no problem with that. Quick question, your washing machine, does it load clothes from the front or does it load clothes from the top? Okay. The reason I ask that is because it disinfects the machine. The front loaders, you know, some people have a problem with odors. It actually eliminates that problem. So, a little ancillary effect of the Clean Start, right? Finally, I want to show you our Airmaster. The Airmaster uses a timeless 1-2 punch of technology. It has an ozone lamp that eliminates all of the odors in the home. So if there's any pet dander or any other kind of odors, if there was a smoker in the home or something like that, that's a very important piece. Plus the UV lamp that kills anything that's alive, whether it's mold or bacteria or dust mites, spores, anything for people that have difficulty breathing in their homes. This doesn't replace the filter. It acts as a perfect partner. So it takes the air and disinfects and deodorizes, and then everything gets trapped in the filter that you would just continue to change. Okay, so that's our Airmaster. If you have one air handler in your home, you just need one of them. But if you have 2 air handlers in your home, you would need a second one as well. Any questions about that? Okay, great. Guys, real quickly, I want to touch on our warranty. Because of our ISO 9000 manufacturing methodology, all of our patents, our industry leadership, we actually have the finest warranty in the industry. It's a lifetime warranty, like I mentioned before. And it covers everything except for the replaceable filters and media. It covers the triple hold spun fiberglass tank, which is important in Oklahoma because we have really high and really low temperatures. You don't want any freezing or splitting. Covers the resin, covers the valve. It even covers the computer component. I laugh and say it's because it doesn't run Windows, but you know, I don't know if that's true or not. Finally, this is probably our strongest statement. This is our assurance guarantee. And what this states is, if you can find a product within 30 days after ours is installed that will produce a better certified water quality for the same amount of money or less than what you paid us, then not only will we give you a full refund, we'll let you keep our equipment. It's a pretty strong statement, right?
Yes, it is.
Any questions about any of that? Wonderful. Well, guys, I'm ready to talk about pricing. The pricing on our products, we have what's called a simple price or a complete price, if you will. It includes your installation, it includes taxes, so we don't tack anything on. The price that we show you today is the price that you get. Typically, a homeowner will put a small down payment in either a monthly investment from a Home Depot card or a Rainsoft account. Fair enough? Now, our second program is called Preferred Customer Discount. And the reason that we do it is that we're a mobile company. We spend our time traveling out and visiting with homeowners like you guys. And I cover a pretty big area. You put your car with me for a moment, put yourself in the car with me for a moment. I cover Beggs, Oolaga, Inola, Bristow, right? I'm all over the place. And if you guys called me next Tuesday and said, Tim, we've thought about this, we've got a couple of questions, but we want you to come back over, we're thinking about signing up, I'd wipe my schedule and I'd head on over here. Well, those people may never schedule with us again. They may have even taken off work and they'd be upset. So what we do is we offer the preferred customer discount if you guys want to select a system while I'm here with you today. And we give you a couple things. The first thing that we do is we knock out the down payment so you don't have to give me any money. The second thing that we do is, and I think Teresa, you'll like this. This is one of my favorites. We're not a soap company, but we partnered with Natural Visions, and they've created the finest line of natural, biodegradable soap products designed to take care of every need that you have in your home, from cleaning your home to cleaning yourself. And what people love about this stuff is it works better in this water than the most expensive salon products you can find or buy work in this stuff, right? So here's what you get. This is the Environmental 3600 pack. It's all your concentrates. We give you the containers to put it in. And because it's concentrated, this blows up into enough product to last a family of 4 for 3 years, used as directed. And like I said, it's everything that you need. Laundry soap, liquid dish soap, multi-purpose cleaner for your countertops, automatic dish powder for dishes that look brand new with no streaks or spots. You've got your glass cleaner, your conditioning shampoo, foaming hand and body. There's actually a body wash that's not listed here that's nice. Kitchen and bath cleaner for your tough jobs, and then the luxury bar soaps. So your skin will feel smooth and luxurious when you step out of the shower or bath. Isn't that great? And the way that it works, you take the concentrate out of the box, you fill up the container that we give you up to the fill line, You fill it the rest of the way up with Rainsoft water, and when that runs out, you just make another one. Fair enough? The last thing that we do is we take 10% off the price. That's just a good sale. So again, the preferred customer discount, you get to eliminate the down payment. We're going to give you the environmental 3600 pack for all your soap and cleaning needs, as well as a 10% discount off of our normal price. Sound good? Great. So here is our pricing program. This top one here is the Platinum Pack. The Platinum Pack includes the household system, the EC5 and the QRS for your whole home. Also the Ultrafiner 2 with the alkaline filter for your drinking water and human consumable water for here in the sink and kitchen area. This also includes an air master. How many air handlers do you have here in the house, Jonah?
Air handles.
Just one heater, one air conditioner? Okay. And then finally the Clean Start. So this is all your water products plus the air equipment, the air master, and the Clean Start for your laundry. As you can see, the retail price is $10,975 if you wrote me a check for it today. Now, if you wanted to put it on our financing, it's not bad, 7.9%. I've seen worse, you know, I've seen better. The monthly on this is $137.98. Now, the next package is called our Gold Package, and it includes either the Air Master or the Clean Start. You can have one if you're more interested in the laundry machine, but you're not that interested in the air equipment. Brings the payment all the way down to $118.50. And then, of course, our Essential Package, this covers your entire house with Rainsoft water solution. It takes the EC5 and the QRS plus the Ultrafiner 2 and the alkaline filter. The price of this is only $79.95, and you can see it's under $100 at $99.90 per month. Fair enough? Now I'm going to go and write down your 10% discount, okay, for you, for the preferred customer discount. So on the Platinum Package, that brings the price all the way down to $9,875, and the monthly payment on that is $123.50. Then we have the Gold. Remember, that's either the Clean Start or the Air Master. And the price with that, with 10% off, is only $85.35, and that's $106.50. And then, of course, the Essential Package, so that you have the Rainsoft water in your whole house as well as the drinking water in your kitchen, is only $71.95, and the price for that monthly is only $89.90. Now, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to step out of the house here in just a minute and let them know that we're almost finished. Give you guys a chance to just talk about this for a while without me sitting here. Take as long as you want. Just come and get me when you're done. But before I go, I want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing is, you know, we went over these tangible costs earlier about the way that you're doing it now. When you look at this total monthly of $85 on a monthly basis and compare it to our monthlies, and then look at the long-term cost to your home versus the total cost of the equipment, how much is this stuff actually costing you?
$4.
Well, yeah, right, exactly, you get it. Yep, that's it. The second question I have for you guys, you know, when you moved into your home, I know it was a long time ago, but you needed certain things. You needed utilities, you needed insurance, right? You needed furniture. Which one of these water qualities do you feel like your family needs? Teresa, right? Okay, and one more thing quick before I go. I've got the sample packs right here. The sample sizes for those Natural Visions cleaning products I wanted to show you. This first one that I'll show you is the laundry soap, and this is Cotton Blossom. Go and smell that. Does it smell nice?
Yes.
Right? Now, Teresa, if you had a 3-year supply of this in your garage, would you continue to buy the Melaleuca soap?
Probably not.
It'd save you some money, wouldn't it?
Just buy more vitamins.
There you go, right? What do you got to get to see your $70 a month or something like that? Yeah. And then on the cream soap, this is Peaches and Cream. This is your body wash for showering and bathing. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
I use the body wash.
Right.
I like peaches and cream.
Right. This was the shampoo and conditioner. It's Rainforest.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Over 3 years, maybe more.
Right. Less for me. I got less hair than I used to, so probably lasts me right longer than that. So yeah. And so again, you know, all the products that we mentioned. So great. I wanted to show those to you. Any questions, guys, before I step out of the house for a few minutes and let you discuss this opportunity? Okay, great. Just come get me whenever you're ready. Okay, well, guys, which one did you decide?
this on the gold pack with the Clean Star.
Wonderful. Welcome to the Rainstar family. Appreciate your order. Thank you. Welcome to Rainsoft. Guys, we just need to do some paperwork. I just need a couple things from you, your driver's licenses and a voided check. Get my hotspot connected here. I can do this. It's all fancy and online now. We do the DocuSign, which is neat. Well, I'm excited for you guys. What is, of all the things that we talked about today, Teresa, what's the one thing that stood out as far as the thing that you're looking the most forward to with your new Rainsoft?
Health benefits.
That's the biggest thing to you?
That's the biggest thing, yes.
Yeah. What about you, Jonah?
Same thing, and good clean water, so we don't have to go to the well anymore.
Yeah, save you that trip. All right, let's see if I can get this thing connected here. You know, there's all kinds of good resources online. You know, you can find our Rainsoft reviews page. Thousands of verified Rainsoft users. They're verified so that you know it's not our competitors saying bad stuff about us or us saying good stuff about us. It's actual Rainsoft customers. There's my Rainsoft referrals. There's a good referral program. You guys actually have the ability to give me some names this evening. We're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. There's a couple of programs that I have that I want to explain to you about that. And also, there's really hard to go online and find someone who owns a Rainsoft product that doesn't love our company. Even people that started out with a problem, they posted online, they all have the little green check mark, you know, that their problems have been resolved. If you're ever going to find anything negative on us, it's typically someone who doesn't own our product. Maybe somebody that didn't like their water technician, you know, that came into their home, right? And there's one guy, like Lazy Dude or Lazy Boy or something like that. He's like one of those pajama bloggers. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
He spends his life in his pajamas writing a blog and trying to attract attention to his page so he can sell advertising and stay alive. And he is so dishonest about Rainsoft. He literally calls the water test I just did for you guys a magic show. Let me tell you something. I don't have to do anything special to make city water look bad, right? It does that all by itself. And he's so dishonest. If any Home Depot employee or customer or any Rainsoft employee or customer posts on his page, he'll literally delete it or chop it up to make you look either, you know, paranoid or just dumb, you know. Anyway, you can find all kinds of stuff online, but mostly what you'll find out there are just a lot of really happy Rainsoft customers.